everybody, and welcome back to episode 2 of Let's Play Trails of Cold Steel. Just gonna go ahead and make a mad dash here towards the campus. I am not, through this playthrough, I'm not going to spend too much time talking to the NPCs in Trista or at the Academy.
I pray
Mostly,
you find victory here in both your studies
one of the things that
and
really
your
hooked
training.
me about Trails of Cold Steel was NPC interaction. Most of the NPCs are
Thank you,
names,
Klaus.
and they
I'm
have
leaving everything in
ongoing
your
like
hands
side
while Father is
stories.
away.
It was always really
Understood,
interesting to
milady.
talk to the NPCs every time the game world updated to see, what else is going on in their lives. And some of them were pretty funny and had some interesting endings.
Oh,
But
please excuse my rudeness.
and
young
so
sir.
for my first playthrough of the game, I spent
It's
like
truly
hours
is a
doing that.
splendid day, is it not? The start
And
of a new chapter in the
as much as I
lives of
like
so
doing that,
many promising youths.
It took up hours, literal hours. So
Allow me
for the
to
sake of the
express
playthrough, I'm
my
not going to do
sincerest
that.
Congratulations on your admittance into this fine academic institution.
Hey man, you don't need to sell the school to me.
Oh.
I'm already a student.
Thank you very much.
But so yeah, I'm only going to be talking to NPCs that either have something to give me, a
I'm guessing
side
he's a
quest,
butler?
hidden
He
quest,
certainly looks the
or a character I can get an updated
That means the girl with him must have
character
been a
note
noble.
for in the notebook.
She did
um,
have a certain dignity
That's
about her.
pretty much as far as
She's
NPC interaction is going to
military
go in this
family or something.
playthrough, because it's a pretty long game as it is, and if I talk to every single NPC, it'll never fucking end. Playthrough will go on forever.
So this is it.
And especially didn't want to spend too much time at the beginning in Trista talking to the NPCs, because this section here is just going to be a lot of voice dialogue. It's going to take quite a while to get through this before we get back
Thor's
to into
Military
the
Academy.
gameplay. So I didn't want to elongate this section more than I needed to.
Founded by the legendary Emperor Drykles himself.
Look at this. I'm pulling up in a goddamn limo.
Thank you for your patience, sir. We've arrived at the Academy.
Much obliged.
Please, if you'll allow me to take your luggage.
That won't be necessary. I prefer to avoid standing out too much.
He says after
What,
pulling
sir?
up in a limo.
This isn't open for debate.
I don't
Take
want to
whatever
stand out
rest you
too
need,
much.
Then return to Bereahard.
As you wish. May your time spent in these hallowed
Oops,
halls
sorry, I
be
skipped a
all
bit
you've
there.
hoped for.
That doesn't matter, right? Oh, and I skipped a bit again. Eager to get back into the gameplay.
Wow. An orbital limousine. And one of Reinford's fanciest
Not that I'm
cars,
trying to
too.
skip
like
the
even
dialogue, because I
Harmonia's
mean,
upper crust
the
sent
plot
their
in
children here.
Cold Steel is very good. I'm just being a little too quick on the A
Welcome
presses.
to Thor's Military Academy. Let's see. Yes, you're the last of them.
And you're a petite girl,
That makes
supposedly.
Green Schwarzer, right?
Yes, that's me. It's a pleasure to meet you. But how do you know me?
It's a long story. Don't sweat the details right now.
Is that your weapon you've got wrapped up? I'll need to hold on to that for the time being.
Here,
Oh, right.
Give it to the
You
chubby
mentioned
boy.
something about that in the guidebook.
Van Reen has already failed his entrance test. It's at a
Should be able to
military
return it to you
academy, and you
before
let the
long.
chubby boy at the
Hardly
front
even
gate
miss it.
disarm him.
The entrance ceremony is going to be held in the auditorium. Just head straight back. You can't miss it. Anyway, I hope you enjoy your first day at Thor's.
We're glad to have you. I hope these next 2 years will be a fruitful time for you.
Fruit. That was not the last to arrive. Look at that asshole.
I guess those two
They're
must
also
be
disarming him,
second years.
too.
That girl definitely looked younger than me, though. And what was that about me being the last? I'm not seriously the very last student to check in, am I?
No, do you see that guy over there by the gate wearing the student uniform? Pretty sure he's the last guy.
Sounds like it's about time for the ceremony to start, though. Well, here's to the start of a great 2 years.
Oh, I'm sure it will be, Reen. And again, how often I can put these episodes out,
I'd like
too.
to
It
say
may
a
also be
few
2 years
words
before
in
we finish
closing
it.
about this academy's illustrious history.
We'll see. Said it a couple times, but it's a pretty long game.
Thor's military academy was founded almost 220 years ago.
Almost
Its founder,
220
as
years ago.
I'm
No one
sure
actually
you're
remembers
aware,
how long
was
ago it was
none other
founded.
than the great Emperor Dracos.
It's a lie. I made that up.
The very same emperor who ended the War of the Lions and returned prosperity to the Erebonian Empire. 30 years after becoming emperor, in the later years of his life, he opened the doors of this institution. It was to be a place where young people like yourselves could learn the art of war.
And his first student, Sun Tzu, went on to be the next emperor.
But
Look at
with
this
the
line of
mechanization
eccentrics.
of the military, many of our graduates now pursue careers
Almost every one of them
outside
fit
the
neatly
army.
into some form of archetype.
Our mission, however, remains the same. To prepare our students to fulfill Emperor Dracos' famous mandate. Arise, O youth, and become the foundation of the world. Though much has happened these past 2¼ centuries, the world is still the domain of the young. Yet still the question remains, what qualities must one possess to become a part of its foundation? I
God only
hope
knows.
this credo will serve as a guide and an inspiration to you during your 2 years at this academy. Go forth, my students. The world awaits the great things you will one day accomplish.
Making shitty YouTube videos.
The foundation of the world, huh?
No pressure, right?
And look at this fucking sidekick.
No kidding. Though, this is Dracos the Lionheart we're talking about. He didn't earn his nickname by taking the easy route. Guess we've got more to worry about than just
Some of these,
passing exams, huh?
Some of these nicknames that Japan comes
I
up
guess
with
we
are
do.
interesting sometimes.
I'm Elliot Craig. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you
Reed
too,
Schwarzer.
sidekick.
Hey, looks like we're sporting the same school fashion.
Yeah, no idea what the red uniform is supposed to mean, though.
Someone's
Most
never
of the
seen
other
Star
students
Trek.
are wearing green. Well, except for the ones in the
Neither
white
have I, to be
uniforms.
honest.
Those must
I've
be the
seen, like,
nobles.
Bits and pieces of Next Generation, and that's been
Looks
it.
that way. Though,
So,
nah,
Oops, sorry.
just thinking to myself.
And that brings us to the close
No, you weren't.
of Thor's
I didn't see any inner monologue
215th
bubble.
entrance ceremony. Next,
Green
please
can't hide
proceed
his
to the
thoughts from
class
the players.
designated in your guidebook. There, you will go over the school rules as well as your class's curriculum. That is all.
That
Dismissed.
dude looks like an asshole.
the class designated in our guidebook.
You look like the type
don't
of
remember
dude
seeing
who
anything
got
like
into
that.
teaching
There
to
wasn't
bully
any
people.
information on that in mine either. I just assumed they'd tell us where to go after the ceremony.
All right.
You guys ever had a
Students
teacher like
in red
that?
uniforms, if I can have your attention, please.
Someone who it feels like they became a teacher just so that they could
By
do you
now
feel like
you're
they're in a
probably all
position of power.
confused. Where's my class assignment? You're probably thinking.
That's not what I was
That's
thinking at all.
perfectly understandable.
Is that belt holding them up?
Your situation is a little more complicated than the other students. But before I explain, I'd like all of you to join me for a special orienteering exercise.
Any day.
What?
Did you mean an orientation exercise?
Don't ask questions, just go with the flow.
Worry not. Everything will be made clear soon enough.
I love that before any
Now,
character
right
is
this way, if you
introduced in the game, they just describe them by their physical appearance. A spectacled girl,
Looks like we're gonna
tall
have to follow
boy,
her if we want any answers.
blonde boy.
What do you think this is all about?
Don't ask
I have
questions,
no idea.
sidekick.
We're not
Go
going
with
to
the
accomplish
flow.
anything just standing around here. We should go with her.
Sidekick should never be leading. Green should be going first. Turbo.
What is this place?
Why is there a building this dilapidated on campus? It looks like it should have been torn down ages ago.
Green can't stand ancient architecture. Any buildings greater than 20 years old, Green wants it destroyed.
What does she even want us to do here?
Is she ever gonna tell us what's going on?
Green wants to join the
I
military
suppose
for the
we'll just have
purposes
to go
of
inside
euthanizing
and
the
see for
elderly.
ourselves what awaits us.
That was a little dark even for me.
This place looks like some old haunted mansion or something.
Now that you mention it, it kinda does. I think this is everyone I've seen with a red uniform so far. I guess we really are part of the same class then.
Oh no. The low FPS trees strike again. Look at this sinister duo.
So, these are our new underclassmen, huh?
Yep. They've got a different set of hoops to jump through than we did, though. I'm just happy all our work's paying off.
Me
I'd
too,
hate to have put in
leather-clad
a
girl.
year's worth of effort for nothing.
Ain't that the truth? Wait, when did you do any work? You were just slacking off the whole time.
Says the master slacker.
That sounds like an innuendo.
Still, looks like Elisa's got some stiff competition. Quite a bevy of beauties they've got there. And I'm looking forward to getting intimately acquainted with each and every one of
Ooh
them.
la la.
Oh, you know one of them? Wait. No, not these ones too. Stop flirting with every damn girl you lay eyes on.
I don't need to stop her.
Do you have any idea how many guys at this school have gotten their hearts broken because of your libido?
Sound like beta males to me.
Did you just sneer at me? Oh, you did, didn't
And
you?
it also sounds
Come
like
on
he's
now,
speaking
no
from personal
fighting, you two.
experience. Bastard.
Well, look who finally made it. Nice work.
You got our little chickadees all sorted out, I take it?
Don't ever call me that
Yep,
again, dude.
they're all bright-eyed and ready to go. So from here on out, we're gonna have to give it all we've got to support this fledgling class.
Yay.
Now you sound the part of the
Listen to
student
that
council president.
enthusiasm.
Guess she's going all in.
Well, they'd be in for a pretty rough time if we didn't help out a little. At least to start with, anyway.
You said it,
Everything's
chubby
ready
boy.
over there, right?
You betcha. Just like the instructor asked. Can't help but feel a little sorry for them, though.
Same here. They've got no idea what they're being tossed into. The class they've
JRPG.
been picked for?
That's
didn't
what
even
we've been
exist
tossed
before
into.
this year.
And a good
Guess all we
JRPG.
can do is watch and see what they're made of, right?
A really good JRPG. Love this game. Bibbidi doo dah day. Turbo time.
The name's Sarah Valestine. I'm the instructor in charge
I
of
hit-
Class
I
7,
hit
which
the,
means you get the
I
pleasure
had a
of
button
seeing
on my
me
controller
all
that
year.
activates
Glad to finally
annoying
meet
macros,
you.
but looks like it didn't do anything.
Class 7?
Sometimes when I hit that button, it just skips a bunch of shit.
Us?
Missed a lot of dialogue in
sure
the
I
third game because of it.
I wasn't told anything
controller.
about this at enrollment.
Excuse me,
I'm playing this on
Instructor
PC,
Sarah?
by the way.
I was under the impression that there
But I
were
have a
only
gamepad
5
plugged in.
classes at this academy, and that students were split among them based on their social class and home region.
Right you are, Miss Top Scorer on the Thor's entrance exam.
That's not her name. Her name is
Students
the
in each year are
Spectacle Girl.
divided into 5 classes, 2 for the nobility and 3 for commoners. And it's been that way for ages, right up through last year. But this year, we decided to shake things up a little.
What do you...
What do you...
We now have a 6th class, fittingly titled Class 7. And in Class 7, we recognize no distinction between nobles and commoners.
Wait, you just jumped straight from 5 to 7?
Good observation, Reen.
You're really putting
Here's the
nobles
thing
and
about Class
commoners
6,
in the
though.
same class?
They're here, but they live in
This must
the
be some
basement
kind of
underneath
joke.
the school, and they're not allowed
And
to
why
see
is
the
this
light
the
of
first
day.
I've heard of it.
The hidden 6th class.
Well, who are you again?
Machias Regnitz. And with all due respect, Instructor, it's ludicrous to intermix nobles and commoners like this.
I've known a couple people like
Forced to spend
Maki
my
is here
next
as
2
well.
years shoulder to shoulder
Well,
with
one
those
person who
arrogant, stuck-up hedonists.
is in my training group for
You do know
one of my
I'm not the
jobs
one who
who
made the decision, right?
literally
Besides, what's the big deal anyway? You're
would
kids. Can't you
hijack
all just
every fucking
get along or
conversation
something?
with someone who was coming to
Just-
explain the job
just
to us.
get
Hijack every
along?
conversation to just
And how would you
rant
propose
and
we do that?
rave. An angry little man.
And what's your problem?
Makis is also a pretty angry
Oh,
little man.
nothing much. I just find the irony of your behavior rather humorous.
Is that so? It seems the scion of some noble house has left the comfort of his mansion to grace the unwashed masses with his wisdom. Please, my lord.
That's a pretty
do
big
share your
jump.
esteemed name with us so I can
He's
give you all
basically
the
just
respect
saying
you
what
deserve.
everyone else is thinking, that you're kind of an asshole. You just happen to be right about it, though.
Eustace Alberea. Not that I'd expect the name of an arrogant, stuck-up hedonist to lodge itself in that hard head of yours.
Fucking ouch.
He's from one of the 4 great houses.
The son
thanks
of
for that
Duke
sidekick.
Alberea, Lord of the Kreutzen province in the southeast.
Oh, thanks, protagonist.
You don't get much more noble than that.
Interesting. I'd heard
Yeah,
the
so like I
rumors.
mentioned, the game's pretty good about giving out the information it needs to give out, but some of the exposition dumps are very unsubtle and don't flow very well, just like that last exchange.
Okay,
Everyone who
okay,
lives
that's
here,
enough.
which is all the 3 characters who all commented on Eustace's
I'm sure a couple
lineage,
of you have a few
should already
grievances,
have that
but now's not the
that
time.
information
I'll hear
as
your
common
complaints
knowledge, but they had to
Right
explain
now,
it to the
you've got your
player. So
orienteering exercise, and
I feel like
far be it
there's
from me to keep you
a
from
few
our fun
instances
little
in which
icebreaker.
some exposition could be woven into the story or dialogue a little bit more naturally, but it's still on a very
What exactly does
the
that involve?
the non-subtle exposition is
It's
still
a form
very
of outdoor competition, isn't it? Something like a cross between
What's the
a
word I'm
map reading
looking for?
exercise and a scavenger hunt?
it's very reserved.
Is that why they asked us to hand over our weapons at the gate?
Nothing gets by you, does it?
I mean, we'll see about that. I don't know if it's a character curse or if it's just
I don't want to spoil the
hard-coded
fun,
into the
so
game.
let's get started,
But
shall we?
sometimes Reen has the tendency to miss very critical attacks.
Oh, crap.
What?
Leap.
Come on, Fee.
Yes. B.
No cheating. You're going with them, and that's that. What's the point in having an icebreaker if you don't make a couple of new friends?
Lame.
Fee is my spirit animal. Fee's such a great character. Top tier character as far as I'm concerned. But I have one character in this game that I feel is ultimate top tier.
The floor gave
Sarah's
out
pretty
from
high up
under
there too.
us.
So is Laura.
I can't believe I fell for such an obvious trap.
You guys don't know who Laura is.
Does this mean there's a series of catacombs beneath the school grounds then?
Yep.
What does that
We're
woman
down
think
here
she's
to
playing
find
at?
the elusive Class 6. They're going to invite us to join their house.
I thought my heart was gonna jump out of my chest. Hey, Reen, are you okay?
Class 6 DLC
Easy
win.
now. Hands where she can see them.
What happened? Huh?
See,
Oh,
I mean,
this is a bit awkward.
it's a good idea to keep your hands where she can see them, but that was probably not the most opportune time to start speaking. And
I'm
keep your
really
distance, dude.
sorry about that. Still, I'm just glad you're okay. That's what's really important here, right?
Bitch slapped, and I mean, I wouldn't say he necessarily deserved it, but all the signs were pointing that he was going to receive said slap.
Wow, it's just not your day, is it?
Silent sidekick.
Well, now that I've hit the bottom, things can only improve. I hope.
Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Got dumped into a dungeon, man.
What is this place anyway?
I was wondering the same thing. We should check out those tables. Huh?
Is this?
It's coming from the devices we received with the Academy guidebook.
Seems to be some sort of portable orbment.
Orbment, as some may call it.
These handy little devices are a special kind of battle orbment.
Veteran orbment.
Is that Miss Valentine?
So these devices have built-in communications functionality then?
Wait, don't tell me these things are...
New model battle orbments made through a partnership between the Epstein Foundation and Reinford Company.
We'll
Newly
learn
made
about who
fifth
they are
generation
later.
Battle orbments, in fact. They're called Arcus units.
Arcus.
So these are battle orbments. That means they'll allow us to use arts, right?
Prepared to hear
Sure
the word
will.
Arcus a
Just
lot.
set a quartz into one of its slots, and you can use arts all the live-long day.
That's
which is
horse
why
shit.
I've prepared enough quartz
If
for
you run out of
each and
VP, you
every
can't
one
use
of
any arts, except for on 0 arts turns.
The weapons you brought Pod are all here too, each packaged neatly along a little box containing a quartz. Find yours, and try setting the quartz into your Arcus.
I suppose it can't hurt to try.
And off we go.
What is this woman thinking?
Let's see. Mine is that one.
Oh, I see mine over there. Let me just go grab it, okay?
Alright, grab this. Alright, Force Quartz.
What's this?
That's called a Master Quartz. If you set that into the large slot in the center of your Arcus, you'll be able to use our... Go on! Give it a try!
Yep. Alright, so come to this menu. We go to Ordnance, Quartz, Master Quartz, Slot and Force. So every Master Quartz, every character gets a unique Master Quartz, and there's a few more that you can get in the game that aren't designated for any specific character. All Master Quartz come with base stats, as you can see there at the top right: HP, EP, Strength, Defense, ATS, which is Arts, ADF, which is Arts Defense, and Speed. Depending on the quartz, it will give you better base stats in either Strength, ATS, Defense, ADF, depending on what the quartz is kind of like built around. Force is built more around Strength. They also come with an ability and some arts that are pre-attached. The ability for Rean's Force is killing enemies restores CP plus 5 per enemy killed. And by slotting in Force, he gets fire bolts without having to slot in the additional quartz. You'll pick up additional quartz through the game that will give you access to spells and certain effects.
What in the world?
That light means that you've successfully synchronized with your Arcus. Congratulations! Now you can use arts as much as you want.
Yatta!
These Arcus units have plenty more nifty features, but I wouldn't want to bombard you with too much info all at once, so we'll cover those another time. Anyway, since you've got your Arcus all set up and ready to go, here's what I want you to do.
Lay it on me, Sarah.
When you step through that door, you'll be in an underground testing area. Basically, it's a dungeon.
Ah, baby's
it's
first
pretty
dungeon.
Large
Gotcha.
And full of twists and turns.
No.
I almost guarantee you'll get lost at least once.
Nope, that's definitely
But
not gonna happen.
when you find the exit, you'll be able to return to the first floor of this old
Most of the dungeons
There
are pretty
wandering around, though,
pretty
so
linear,
don't
to be
let your
honest.
guard down, even
There's
for a
some,
moment.
slight deviations, but they always lead to dead ends.
With all that said, let's
They usually
commence
just have
our
treasure in
special
them.
orienteering
The dungeons
exercise.
themselves are pretty much a straight line from
make your
A
way
to
through
B.
this area and back to the
They
surface.
do occasionally get a little
Make
complex
it
with
back
some
in one
puzzles,
piece,
etc.,
and I'll
but
be happy to
it's
field any complaints
pretty
you might have.
elementary as far as
If
puzzles
you
are
make it back
concerned.
safely, I might even give you a kiss. Free of charge. On the cheek, of course.
Fucking tease. Alright, cool.
I don't think she's joking.
Sarah? Joke? No way.
And just where do you think you're Were you planning to
man.
wander off on your own without saying anything?
I have no interest in becoming friends with anyone here. And I'm surprised that you, of all people, give a damn what I do. Unless
God,
you've suddenly
dude.
decided you do want to keep company with one of those stuck-up
Fucking
hedonists
dick
after
measuring
all.
contest is getting a little annoying already.
Still,
Grr.
if you're afraid of the monsters, I suppose I could accompany you. After all, what kind of Erebonian noble would I be if I didn't have at least some degree of prowess with a sword? And noblesse oblige dictates that it's
Bless
my
you.
sacred duty to protect powerless commoners such as yourself.
What the hell? Nobody's asking your high excellency to deign to help us. But if that's how you're gonna be, I'll just find my way out of here before you. I'm perfectly capable of taking care of myself without some relic of an outdated class system dragging me down.
Ugh. So obnoxious. They're both pretty obnoxious. At least Eustace makes up for it by being useful.
What should we do?
The only thing we can do. We should begin exploring these ruins ourselves.
Indeed.
I believe it would be prudent to remain in small groups, however. Would the two of you have any objections to accompanying me?
Oh, no, that's fine. It would be a huge help, actually.
And you're welcome to join us as... well...
Later.
I suppose that's a no. Perhaps we'll run into her along the way, and she can join us then.
Fee needs no help.
So, shall we be off? I'm certain you gentlemen will be fine, but do take care.
Okay.
If you'll excuse us, please.
Fucking, he just got ditched.
Oh.
Leaving me with sidekick and tall boy?
Nah, it's such a hot first impression there, huh?
You can say that again. I'll have to clear things up with her later. Anyway, how do you guys want to do this? Should the three of us stick together too?
Sounds good to me. I'd get pretty anxious wandering around a place like this alone.
No objections here. I'd be happy to accompany you.
Well, thank you, tall boy.
I don't believe I've introduced myself yet. My name is Gaius Warzel. I just arrived in the Empire, so any help you can offer would be much appreciated.
Oh, so you're from abroad. I'd been wondering. My name's Reen Schwarzer. It's nice to meet you.
I'm Elliot Gray.
Gaius is...
So, you fight with that?
He's okay.
Of course. Why else would I be carrying it?
Out of this group of three, Reen's the only one that's really...
It's a spear, but it has that odd
any good from start to finish.
It looks kind of
Elliot
awesome.
has his own little
Think of it as
niche thing.
combining the
We'll
best
go over
parts of a
some of
spear
their
and a poleaxe.
their
Sounds pretty handy
skills
with it
and their
back home.
master quartz
But
after this
speaking of
cutscene is
weapons,
done.
I have to say, yours looks pretty unique.
Oh, this thing.
Is it a staff? Wait, no. It's an ornament, isn't it?
Both, actually. It's an orbal staff. The tech is pretty recent. This one's still a prototype, more or less. Back during enrollment, they told me I had some aptitude for it, so when it came time to choose, I just sort of ran with it.
That's the spirit. Go with the flow.
I've never seen anything like it before.
All these
Can't say I
characters are
have
gonna go
either.
with the flow.
They're still in development, apparently, so there aren't too many around just yet. But that said, I'm curious about what you've got there, Reen.
Hold on to that, Elliot.
my
Might be
sword?
worth some good money later. Sword.
Yeah,
What the hell's
but
that thumb
what
hole
kind of
for?
sword is it?
It's different from the kinds of swords I thought the people in the Empire used,
Is
though.
that for catching and disarming?
It's an Eastern style of
Pretty
saber
small
called
fucking
Itachi.
hole for it then.
Any way you slice it, though, it's basically a longsword.
Wow.
Honestly,
that's
my
one beautiful
knowledge of
blade.
medieval weaponry is pretty lacking.
Craftsmanship looks exceptional.
As a D&D,
They're
as a
renowned for
D&D
the
player,
layering
I'm
of their steel
ashamed.
and the sharpness of their edge.
Ah, yes, the weeb weapon.
Truth be told, though, I'm still a little hesitant to be swinging around something this dangerous.
All the layering.
Seriously? If that's what hesitant looks like, I'll bet confidence will make you unstoppable.
Bet that fucking thing
Well, you
breaks
sound like
easy
a
though.
good guy to have around when the going gets tough.
I do know that
Speaking of which, I think we've been
Japanese,
standing around long enough. We should
especially
really
like
be getting
Sengoku
ourselves into
Jidai
trouble.
era katanas
I think
were
I can manage
fucking
that.
really brittle.
You saw it yourselves.
They're
Trouble
made of
has a way of dropping in on
pig
me.
iron, if I remember correctly.
Let's take it slow and steady, though. We need to adapt to each other's fighting styles to really gel as a team.
Got it.
Indeed. Alright, Elliot and guys have joined the party. Alright, so. Elliot's quartz. Can you look at it from here? Alright, perfect. So, here's Elliot's quartz. And here's Gaius's quartz. Let's go ahead and move on here.
Yikes! A monster!
I'm a monster!
Huh. Never seen this kind before.
Let them finish talking.
Looks like a flying feline. Careful, everyone.
Flying feline. What an original name. Smack him behind and
Now's
attack
our
him.
chance. We
So,
can do this.
on the overworld
My
map,
turn.
when you hit an enemy from behind, they get stunned, and then when you enter combat with them afterwards, you can gain double, or single, double, or triple advantage. The higher the advantage, the more benefits you get. Let me go ahead and use a battle scope real quick. Battle scope will identify the monster and will give me information on it. So, here's the breakout here.
It's my turn.
And Gaius here, man, these guys, I forgot they start with no CP, so we can't use any of their crafts.
My turn.
Crafts have a variety of effects. Reen's craft Autumn Leaf Cutter is a pretty good one for early game.
There.
Go ahead and pop it. Don't fucking miss, Reen. Alright, good boy.
All right.
And then Gale Stinger. That guy's gonna go next. Yeah, let's see if we can seal him. There's Gale Stinger will have a chance to seal, and it worked! Yay! Hit him. The reason I hit him is because I had a Sepith upturn there, which gives me more Sepith when, and Sepith is a, I'll go over what Sepith is used for a little bit later, but it's pretty useful, almost essential actually, but better to use a physical attack on a Sepith upturn. Ooh, crit turn. Ouch.
Alright.
0 arts turn. Oh, but you have no arts, so never fucking mind. Wail on him. And Green. Can you finish him? Just in case, let's pop Autumn Leaf Cutter. See if we can delay him a little bit. Alright, killed at least one.
It's my turn.
Finish him. Alright, there we go.
Together, we're unbeatable.
Yay. Okay.
Please tell me there aren't more of those things lurking around here.
I hate to tell you, but I can sense more further in.
Sense?
Anyway, let's just stay alert.
What do you mean sense? And blah 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 blah. Tutorials. Alright. Here we go. Let's break some of these. Sometimes there are goodies in pots. Usually either, you know, an active consumable or Sepith, or actually I think that's it. Active consumable, active item consumables or Sepith. Ooh, chest.
Oh, a treasure chest.
Ooh, treasure chest. Needle shoot. Another quartz. So, this is a basic quartz. We'll go into any of these open slots as long as it's not color specific like these three. But don't need to worry about that now. Needle shoot's a pretty basic one. Awesome. An orbment charging station. Okay. So orbment charging stations, pop first. Charge, nice. Orbment charging stations will restore EP and HP, but not CP, so you can't get craft points back. Look at this motherfucker. So, as an offhand comment there, Elliot mentioned that his Orbital Staff, whenever a character attacks, they do physical damage. With the exception of Elliot, and I think there's only one other character. Their attack option does elemental damage instead. Before we do anything, battle scope. So that we can see what these guys drop. Alright.
It's my turn.
Let's see. Are they resistant to seal? Yes, they have. They take half as they have half the chance of being sealed. So there's no reason to try this. It'd be better to just Airstrike's no good either. It actually might be better to try and seal them, even if it's a low chance. Actually, oh yeah, well I got one of them. So, let's see. Yeah, Earth Magic would be slightly better. Boom.
My turn.
And Firebolt on this guy. Fortunately, that was an EP heal turn, but because it kicks in before the end of the turn, or when the turn starts, the EP got restored when I was at max, and then he used a art and then lost the EP. So it was completely ineffective there.
Time is precious. We should hurry.
Time is precious. All right. Any more crates or boxes or anything over here? No.
I'm starting to lose my sense of direction down
How?
here.
Yeah, gotta make sure we're not going in circles.
There's only been one path. This is what I mean, though. There's the dungeons are pretty linear, but it's still funny that they're like, oh, I'm getting lost. So just like the slimes we just fought, this bug is also going to be pretty resistant to physical attacks. But unlike the slimes, they're way more numerous. Alright, so Autumn Leaf Cutter. These four. Just delay them a bit. Awesome, no misses. Okay.
It's my turn.
Now, unlike the slimes though, these guys are actually, they don't have any additional resistance to seal, so I have a pretty decent chance of sealing them, which will prevent them from moving. Did I get all of them? Yeah, I did. Sweet. Alright, cool. Elliot, actually, go ahead and battle scope. We can get their info. There we go. Alright, needle shoot. Yeah, it doesn't matter what you use here. What's their petrify resistance? None, so just go ahead and hit them with this.
My turn.
Alright, delay these guys again. Autumn Leaf Cutter has a decent chance of delaying the enemy in the turn order, which is why I like to use it. Those guys are all sealed, so I don't have to worry about them. Seal E3 if at all possible.
My turn.
Nice. Okay. Autumn Leaf Cutter again.
There.
Alright, you do need to start hitting these guys with something.
Arcus activate! Ha!
Oh no. Didn't delay him enough. Oh, now we got a crit too? Son of a bitch.
Leave it to me.
Oh boy. Please seal them. I don't want to worry about them anymore. Alright, sealed all but one of them. That guy's way down there in the turn order, so I'm not going to worry about him yet. Start casting some arts. Yep, alright, all their seals were off, so definitely going to need to start taking these guys out. And he got burned, so that guy's dead for sure next turn. Ah! Forgot about that guy. And dead.
Leave it to me.
Alright. Things are so fast. Let's kill these guys. No, 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 no. Oh my god.
Won't give up.
Alright, I can't risk it. He's gonna have to heal. There we go. I usually suffer from too good to use syndrome with just about every item in video games, but I'm trying to break that nasty habit.
Arcus activate!
Yeah, I mean, he's still gonna get to attack first, but do a little bit of damage. Oop. Oh my god, they keep getting criticals. Ah, but he whiffed! Nice.
My turn.
Alright, seriously, Autumn Leaf Cutter. Please just stop moving.
Leave it to me.
All of these guys to stop moving. Ooh. Okay, let's do this. That's not at all where they were, but you know, no complaints. Finish him. Uh-oh. Ha!
Too slow. My turn.
Finish him.
Oh, we did it.
Oh, bonus XP stuff. Nice. Character's gonna level up in no time.
Elliot, are you okay?
I don't see
Get up,
any obvious
sidekick.
injuries.
I'm okay. I was just so relieved the fight was over. The strength kind of just left my legs. I'm amazed how calm you two are. You don't seem tired or worried or anything.
That's because I
guess
played this
I'm
game
just
before.
used to fighting monsters like these.
Yeah, me too, guys.
You
Me
need
too.
a hand?
No, I'll be fine.
Don't help.
It was just
Don't-
a momentary
Don't
lapse
help
on my
sidekick
part.
up.
I can get up.
He needs to man up and get up himself.
There we go.
Look out.
Elliot!
Abinay!
What?
More bug!
No!
All the bug! Boom! Someone shot that fucker out of the air. I see, there's no way that ring would have killed that thing with a physical hit.
Looks like I made it just in time. Thank Adios for that.
And this motherfucker just strolls up with a boomstick.
Oh, it's you!
You said your name was...
Not only does he stroll up
Marcus,
with a
right?
boomstick, but he managed
That's
to
right.
precision shoot that thing out of the fucking air. No, he's very precise.
Came to realize that I shouldn't
Still
have
kinda
just
sucks
stormed
ass.
off like I did. I let that arrogant noble goad me into losing my composure, acting on impulse.
I mean,
So I
you've been
just
kind of an
wanted to say,
asshole since the beginning, though.
I'm sorry.
I don't really think that arrogant
Sweat.
noble
Water under the bridge.
had anything to do with it.
Yeah,
At least
we
at
all
first.
have moments when we say or do things we regret. That's human nature for you. Oh, and
Yeah,
thanks for
for
saving
sure.
me, by the way.
I'm just glad I
Regret
happened to
not
be
checking
passing
the
by.
last video to make sure
After
that
I'd
the
cooled my head, I decided to
audio
retrace my
output was being done through
Is it just the three of you here?
where the audio
Yeah,
was actually being
we
outputted
stood around
from
talking
for
a
OBS.
while, so the others are probably
It was
ahead of
outputted
us
through
at this
the previous speakers that I was
don't think
using
there's any
to
reason to go
record
back
prior
any
to
farther.
changing
I
up
can't
some of my
imagine we'll find anyone there.
some of my layouts.
I see. I don't suppose you'd mind if I came with you, would you?
Yeah, one more person is
I'm
one more turn for
reasonably
my
skilled
team.
with
So
a gun, so you might find it useful having me along.
I can't deny that, dude. Fucking
Sure thing.
surgical
Welcome
shooting
aboard.
with a goddamn shotgun. That's a
My
pretty good
name's
talent
Rean
to have.
Schwarzer.
I'm Elliot Craig. It's nice to meet you.
Machias treats a shotgun like a sniper, like a sniper treats a sniper rifle.
It's a pleasure.
The pleasure's mine, I assure you. My name is Machias Regnitz.
Yeah, we know.
Could I ask you what
Dude,
social class
come
you
on.
belong to?
My name is Machias Regnitz.
I realize
Now
I
tell me
don't
what
sound
social class
really
you
considering
belong
my
to so I can
recent
judge you.
outburst. But please, don't take it personally. I'm simply curious to know who I'm associating with.
Well, both my parents are commoners.
Likewise, though my homeland has no class system to begin with.
Ah, so you're from abroad then. What about you, Rean?
Well, let's just say I haven't got a drop of noble blood in my veins.
Smooth.
So I guess
Rean.
we're all on equal standing
Nice
here.
sidestep there. Elliot,
Oh, now that's
I'm
smooth.
sorry. Sidekick caught on there.
We should probably get moving then. Somewhat concerned about the girls, as you might imagine. I'd feel much better if we were around to help if they wound up in danger.
Yeah, I suppose there's strength in numbers.
All right, let's go.
You're gonna be extremely disappointed. All right.
Leave it to
so
me.
I'm actually
Leave
gonna
it
go
to
ahead
me.
and
Go.
end this episode here. I've been going on for quite a bit. We will pick up the rest of this dungeon next time. Thank you all for watching.